Hey guys, welcome back to Forgotten Ways Homestead. So, I'm very excited to be making this video. I'm kind of at a loss for words, but it is one that I'm just so excited to make. We have made the decision to move to our final homestead. Now, this homestead, Shug has had part of it all his life. The house that he grew up in, where he wasn't born in the house, but when he was born, that's where they lived. Um, so it's been in the family for, I don't know, 80 years maybe, but it was only a house and 1 acre. And so, um, a few years back, we always knew one day we would be here. Um, and so, about 7 years ago, um, somewhere around there, um, we inquired about the surrounding acreage because, to everybody's knowledge, nobody owned it or nobody had purchased it. Um, and so we did some digging, and the gentleman that had this property um, was willed to his grandson, and his grandson still owned it, and he was willing to part with it. And so um, Shug was able to purchase the 13 plus something acres that surrounded it, and because we knew 1 acre would not do it, um, and to prevent other people from moving right there on our 1 acre, we just like to have privacy and room to do what we wanted to do. And so yeah, we purchased the surrounding property about 7-8 years ago, and with the knowledge that one day we were moving here. This was going to be our forever homestead. And so, looking around, it's a little overwhelming. This is like, I don't know, 40 plus years of growth. And Shug's been down here 2 weeks at a time, clearing with his tractor. And he's made a lot of headway. He really has. When we came down here at first to start, I was down here. I have some pictures of his first journey onto the property with the tractor, and I'll put them probably at the end of the video. And there's not a lot of footage of the clearing. I had to stay at the other homestead because we have animals, and it's 4 hours away. You can't just come a day or two, turn around and go back. He would never get anything done. So I just said I'll stay there, take care of the homestead. He's up here or down here, clearing, getting it ready. It doesn't look like he's done a lot, but when you see the before pictures, you will say, oh my God, with a tractor. He's pushed a lot of trees down and just into an area. For now, the goal is right now is to get down here. So all of that will be chopped up and, for wood, whatever, burnt. But I just can't express how good it feels to know that we are finally doing it. Finally taking the leap of faith and just doing it. We don't need what we thought we needed until we retired, and then take a risk of being so wore down that we couldn't even do anything here. So, oh, man, I tell you guys, I'm speechless for the most part, to try to convey how awesome it feels to finally do what we've been talking about. You know, we have 4.5 acres that we work. We have a huge garden. We have animals. We hunt. We dehydrate. We try to be as self-sufficient as we can with what we had to work with, and with working full-time jobs, both of us. So that put a lot of strain on us to where we couldn't be all we could be. But now, in the coming months, we're going to be able to do a lot more and be free, if that makes sense. Free from the stress of having to just not be ourselves. That wasn't us, and it hasn't been us, and we haven't been as happy as we could be. We were just riding the roller coaster of life, I guess. And now we're finally able to start taking deep breaths and just know that we're getting to our forever homestead, finally. We have been together a little over 14 years. We've been married a little over 13 years. And for that time, we have both said, one day, probably when we retire, and, you know, so we just kept putting it off because we knew we weren't nowhere near retirement. And a lot of things have happened in those 14 years, medically, and, you know, and the world's went ridiculously stupid. And I think we just reached our breaking point as far as dealing with everything that's going on in the world. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. We're ready, is all I can say. We're ready. Nothing's ever going to be perfect. Nothing's ever going to be right exactly. There's going to be a lot of hard times, and there's going to be a lot of failures, probably. Hopefully not too many. There's going to be a lot of happy times and a lot of peace and tranquility, and this is where we've always wanted to be, and this is where we're going to be. So guys, I would like to welcome you to our new old homestead. Our life is finally starting. This is our first day of our forever. So I'm going to take you and show you around. There's not a lot to see. It's just a bunch of trees and some cleared areas and some stuff laying around, uh, and but it is the most beautiful sight to me and to Shug, and we are finally at our happy place. So I hope you stick around, and we will start putting out more videos. I couldn't put out the videos I wanted because I hadn't made this video yet. And so if I put out the other videos, you'd say, what? So, getting this video out of the way is going to allow me to put out more content. It's going to change from the content that you've been seeing because I've got a outdoor kitchen, which is not a true outdoor kitchen yet. It doesn't look anything like it's going to look, but it is just something thrown up to get by until the moving part and the building part is over, so we can, so I can be down here. I have to have running water. I have to have a place to cook. We've got a wood burning stove, but it hasn't come in yet, or it's in his granny's house. It hasn't come in the building yet. He had to get back because we do have animals, and so he went to go get another load and take care of the animals, and I said I would stay here. But yeah, it's I may be wrong. I think it's a 12 by 32 building, and it's been our building for 8 years. It was just a storage building. We have 2 storage buildings. The other one's smaller. That's going to be my my grow room and my feed room. It will go over by the animal pen, wherever that is that he has decided, that I have no clue of where it's going to be. But I know he will do an awesome job and put it in an awesome location. Yeah, so it's not all put together, but you got to start somewhere, guys. And so I hope you stick with us and watch the journey and join along with the journey, because so many things are going through my head about the possibilities. We know where his granny's garden was when he was a kid. We're not sure if he would love for it to go right back and, be just like his granny's. But, we're not sure about anything yet. So, yeah. So we're just gonna, man, I tell you, I'm just lost for words. So I'm sure there will be a lot more videos explaining things once we get things figured out, get them roped off or whatever. When new progress is made, I'll be showing you some more of the homestead. And so it's going to be slow though, because it's just Shug. I don't have the strength to be, doing what he's got to do. I can be there, I can hold poles for him, I can, hold a board for him. Yeah, guys, this is going to be Shug. 99.9% Shug. And that's all. Him and his tractor and whatever else. But, it's going to be him. And so be patient, guys. You'll see videos and you'll say, my God, what have y'all done? But there's going to be a lot of stuff happening that you just don't see. The winter's coming. Pray for us, because we're going to have to find good days to do things outside. So, yeah. So thank y'all guys. I'm going to take you around now and show you the property. And we'll see you on the next one. Okay guys, so this is our little easement road. And our property goes down as far as you can see on your left-hand side. So this is just our private little drive. And so from right here, this was as far as you could go. You could not go on to the property. And as you see, that's his granny's house. We've got it kind of boarded up a little bit because there's no windows or nothing. So people have come over the years and stole the windows and things. And so we just covered it up. Raccoons and things like that, and just, you know. But it is an old house. It was built on rocks. And so, yeah, for it to be standing this many years is amazing. But that's the house that he was raised in. But yeah, so as you can see, what's been cleared so far. And like I said, you could not even walk onto this property. You could not even see that house. You did not even know that a house existed on this property. So, so we have made this the driveway. We put some grass seed down after we cleared all the trees and stuff. My thought is to put a little white picket fence in that front yard right there in front of the house and do like a memory garden. Just make it cute with some flowers and, you know, in loving memory of his granny. Got some trees that are just piled over there for now to get them out of the way. And then, as you can see, he's cleared, you know, a lot. That's our building that we are turning into a tiny house. It's plenty big for me and Shug. That's all we need. We will be outside more than we will be inside. And so, but yeah, as you can see, it is wooded. But you can also see how much he's cleared. If you're ever wondering what kind of tractor to get, I suggest you get a Kubota. This is the LA 764. And We had to clear a bunch of trees and stuff on our 4.5 acres when we moved to it. Not near as many as we're going to have on this one, but yeah, not one breakdown. Not at all. And it is a workhorse. So right here we still have more cattle panels to bring, but you can't really tell because of all the leaves, but there's a whole bunch of cattle panels right there. Good to have when you're building pens and chicken coops, and I think we're going to do a hoop coop for the chickens. I'm not sure. I'm not building it, so whatever Shug decides is the best. Got a whole bunch of tin for projects. I think this area here is what he's clearing off. He's going to clear off to put the goats and the chickens and the turkeys, but I could be wrong. And it is just wooded. So, like I said, guys, there's not a lot to see yet. But as things get done, got me a little line up here so I can hang some clothes out.